Hey there, boaters. I'm Captain Stacy Hanrahan, and this is the Boaters TV. First up, we'll see what's making waves in nautical news. Looking for a reliable captain? BoatU.S can help you find him or her. Maybe you're a snowbird heading south who wants to take the boat along. Maybe you need help moving your vessel to a hurricane hole. Or maybe you're just a guy with a new boat who could use some tips. Whatever your reason, finding a captain just got easier with a new online professional captain's locator service from BoatU.S. With it, boaters can search by region. Each captain's listing includes information on types of USCG licenses held, endorsements, knowledge of familiar waters or types of boats, locations served, full contact information, and types of services available. For example, some captains may also know where the fish are biting in addition to their delivery services. Now, BoatU.S does not endorse or guarantee the performance of the captains on their list, but they have verified that all the captains have passed the rigorous testing required to obtain a license from the U.S. Coast Guard. Their website also has some great tips on questions you should ask a potential captain hire and what the delivery agreement should include. Check it out at www.boatus.com/pro-captains. Now it's time for our Boat Test Reports feature of the week, where we'll take a look at the Pro Bass 171 by Smokercraft.
This is Smokercraft's 171 Pro Bass. She's one of a series of 3. Stability is important, and I'm walking around on this boat. I don't feel uncomfortable at all, nice and stable. Starting up front, it's rigged for a trolling motor, such as a Motor Guide 46 with wired foot control. Like any good bass rig, it does have a trim switch up front, and the bow light is conveniently stowed in clips right up front where it will be needed at night. Just aft, the battery boxes or tackle lockers on port and starboard. The center rod locker is well organized, and both the tackle lockers and the rod locker can be secured. Up front for our casting deck, we got about a 67 by 72 inch space, which is a lot of room. I've got about 31 inches across the floor and the center, and then across the back, looks like it's about 40 inches by beam width. So we've got a lot of space on board, and I think they're using it quite well. We've got 3 across seating here. This seat folds down, as well as it has storage underneath. Big piece is the pod here. And instruments are up where I can see them, a nice little deflector rig to keep the air off my face. At 6 feet tall, I find I'm kind of curling my toes up underneath the helm. If maybe that was hollowed out in there, I'd have more room for my feet. One thing that does concern me is the throttle position. If I try to go into reverse real quick and I need full reverse, it's catching the side of my leg in my pocket. So it's a bit of a bind there. Maybe if we move it up on top, it'll be a better position for it on this particular model. All right, here's something they pulled from the Northern Fishing design. This is a 50-inch wide fish well. You've got your bait bucket over here. It's also dividable if you want to divide it, or you can pull that out. So you can even use it for muskie fishing if you want to. Also in the aft casting deck are port and starboard dry boxes that are perfect size for tackle organizers. The mechanicals locker is across the center, which is typical of most bass rigs. The 171 Pro Bass measures 17 feet 10 inches and is 6 feet 9 inches in the beam. She weighs about 1,075 pounds dry and carries 21 gallons of fuel. She's rated for a maximum of 90 horsepower outboards. Having spent a lot of time on bass rigs, I can assure you that you'll have most everything you could want on a fiberglass rig on this durable Smokercraft aluminum rig. And of course, aluminum boats are usually lighter than fiberglass, so you're going to save money on fuel, all things being equal. If you typically use your boat in some rough places or just want to ensure durability without worrying about delicate fiberglass gel coat, then the Pro Bass 171 is a good option for you to consider.
Thanks to BoatTEST for that report. To see more of the Smokercraft Pro Bass 171, you can cruise on over to BoatTEST website at www.boattest.com. Now it's time to answer yesterday's Rules of the Road question. The question was, both international and inland, which craft would be considered a power-driven vessel under the rules of the road? A, an auxiliary sail vessel using her engine. B, a canoe being propelled by a small outboard motor. C, a tug powered by a diesel engine. Or D, all of the above. And the answer is D, all of the above. The term power-driven vessel means any vessel propelled by machinery. So if you're a sailboat and the sails are up, but the screws are turning, you are no longer considered sailing in the right-of-way pecking order. You are now considered power-driven. In just a moment, we'll have today's Rules of the Road question for you. Tune in tomorrow for the answer. For TBTV, I'm Captain Stacy, and remember, the tide always changes.